setting and a pass for Bull's Binder. 6 weights in the box. About a 42 to 44,000 pound sled, and he's doing a great job. We'll see what he thinks. That's 278.81. Okay, John Deere fans, you and Luke are looking to go past 278.81. Let's see if he can do it. Not bad. How about a hand for Luke Gladhill of Union Bridge, Maryland? With the 1066 called Problem Child. Not out front, but he's having a good time with it. 259.72. We're right up there. And he's number 3 in current points with a 2nd place finish up in Center Hall at the Great Fair end of August. Here we go, Farmall fans. Uh-oh, jumped out of gear. Oh my goodness, that's not good.
Tow tractor.
Uh-oh, that's not good, or worse, we need a tow tractor. Dang. We need a tow tractor to the tractor. One good looking tractor. Got the points championship with this about the time he came out in 17. Ray Norris. How about a hand for it, fans? Acton Heat. $270. Very nice. How about a hand for Alan Lynch? It's going to be very, very close to Ray's pack of heat, John Deere. Aha, that's even better. 279.7. How about a hand for our new leader, fans? It's number 9 in current points, not because it's a slouch, but because it was broken and he missed 4 or 5 events. But he's in Frederick. Mike Moreland from Lothian, Maryland. He's not broken tonight. How about a nice hand for him, fans? Going very well. Topping out that weight box on the sled and getting it right out there. 278.21 is taking over the number 3 spot thus far. Bull Spiner is holding second. And the International Digging Deep is in the number 3 spot with 1 to go, and it's about to go. Green lights are on, and we're waiting on a couple flags, and the RPMs are increasing. We're well armed. Not bad. How about a hand for Kevin Windsor Sr.? Give you the rundown here in a moment. But I think he's way out there. How about a nice hand for Brian Morrison? My, oh my. That's going to be close to call. .277.22. Very good run. And good enough. From 39 to 58. But I think everybody already took care of that part. Isn't that thing cool? He had the power to wave and throw down because if you saw that front end come up with those two engines facing away from one another, there was no twist. It was nice. The bad news is it started pulling him to the right and he rode it out, and about 10 feet before he stopped, he touched the white line and he's disqualified. Very unfortunate. But one heck of a run, and he knew he touched the white one behind him. His crew is Beth, his wife. They put a lot of miles and a lot of time on. Here we go with live wire. How about a nice hand for him, fans? That old Classic is doing a good job. This class allows 2 of those engines, but he built it that way years ago for a single engine, and he continues to operate it that way. And I give him a high five for keeping it going. 45 years in the tractor pulling hobby, he's got to have thick skin. Great job. You just keep your eyes on this thing from Boonesboro, Maryland. It's called More Agitation. Multiple turbochargers.
Yeah, that's what I was reading about.
Eyesore 2 for the Red fans. Two turbos on that alcohol-powered tractor going way out there. How about a nice hand for Tom Ernst? Look at that unburned alcohol coming out the pipe. Two turbos under there. One was a diesel with electronic ignition with new injection burning methanol. Our current points leader, 2 points ahead of the tractor that he drove out there a while ago to 332.2. Let's see where Davey Moore goes with this one. It's called One More Deer. Wow, I think he's driving off the end of the track. You heard him back out. I said, what a bastard. I'm not a hit for him. I believe he's got that one out front. We'll find out tomorrow. 339.82, 339. He's new to the class, but he's far from a rookie. Here comes Woody on Internationally Known. fans. That's the first of 7 in this 7,700-pound class. Lots of 7s going on there. 480 cubic inch limit. Runs as good as it looks. The second of 7. How about a hand for Cody Anderson? I believe seldom seen as our new leader. We will find out shortly. .296.46. Out front with 13.1 feet. 296.46. Seal. For the guy taking us past the halfway point of the class, Chris Lutman. Very nice pass for Chris Lutman in the hooky harvester. See what he does compared to that 296.8. It's 290. Ricky Tavener working the right side. Sled's on the line, but the tractor is not. That's perfectly okay. The sled can go completely over the white line, but the tractor doesn't touch it. And I saw Doug, and I believe I saw Morgan, and I saw Shuffy, and they're here every year. Hopefully you're enjoying it. I can't see as far as I used to, but they're here every year. Get that line taken care of? No. Might have to eyeball it, Scott. The green's out for Sue Johnson, number 2 in current points for this 79-10 Ford from Shippensburg. It's called the Iron Maiden. Sue Johnson. 79 points. Wow, how about a nice hand for Ben Flaherty Jr.? He surprised me coming this direction. Ending up in the right corner. Let's see what the distance is. Final rundown. I didn't think anybody would go out there and buy George. He did, and he's our winner, fans. 297.98. Congrats to Ben Flaherty Jr. on the Smoking Ranch.